Now then, people, welcome to the Justjoe Football Show, and this is me and my thoughts on this new announcement of the Super League. You know, people saying European Super League. I've just come out and seen that actually it's not even advertised as a European Super League. What does that mean? That could mean they're going to welcome clubs from outside of Europe, just monopolize the full lot of it, make this a new world order of football. You know, these 15 clubs that are going to monopolize and rip the heart out of the game. You know, I've read this morning, they're not concerned about legacy fans. They're only interested in the new fan, you know. Your son, your daughter growing up saying, Dad, I want to support Juve. Mum, I want to support bloody, you know, AC Milan. They're in the Europe. Well, it's not even the European. It's the Super League. This is Americanized guff coming and ruining the game for me. I just wanted to give my thoughts on it. It's an absolute joke. It's all about money. It's a massive, you know, initially when the news came out yesterday, we did some live streams on All Leeds TV and we'll keep you updated as much as we can. I just wanted to do a pre-recorded video on my channel just to give my own thoughts. You know, there's apparently a protest going to happen at Ellen Road tonight. Tash is hopefully going to go down there. If you see her, please go over, give your thoughts. We'll get some reaction outside Ellen Road to some of the fans. You know, we have a duty for me. We have a duty over these next two games now as Leeds United to put these clubs in the bin. And look, I do feel sorry for their fans because it's not even them. It's their greedy owners. Greedy bastards. That's what it comes down to. Sorry for my language. You know, Florentino Perez, who is now the chairman. Remember, these aren't just running their own clubs. They're literally running the league. They are making the rules. Clubs are going to get 3.5 billion just for signing up. These bigwigs at the top of the tree, Perez, the guy at Juve, the Glazers, they have used the pandemic, yeah, to create this league. Clubs are in disarray. You know, I don't know, Arsenal sat in 9th. All these clubs, if you look at the facts and figures, guys, they're all in debt. They're all in the shit. They're all losing the grip on the leagues that they're in, especially in England. West Ham are in the top 4. Leicester, you know, won the league. They're losing the grip of the divisions that they're in. Some of these clubs haven't won their leagues, respective leagues, for years. AC Milan, Arsenal. They haven't competed in their own leagues for years. And they're losing their grip. And Perez and the co, who's been speaking about this since 2009. 2009. Wenger spoke about it in 2009. And again in 2018. It's always been coming. But they're losing the grip and they have used the pandemic as a way to force clubs' hand. Apparently Manchester City and Chelsea didn't even want to go. But they've been backed into a corner. Well, they should have stood firm and said no, like the German clubs have. Apparently Bayern Munich might be going in, I'm not sure. But they're 51% owned by fans. That's how it should be. We need to stand tall. You know, as fans, protest, boycott the lot, but they're not even asked. Because there's rumours coming out now, they're labelling us, me, a paying season ticket holder. And I'm not even part of this Big Six, but, you know, class yourself as a fan, as a legacy fan. They're all about the new fan. You know, you might walk out in 10 years' time, your own kids wanting to support fucking clubs that are in this European Super. It's not even European. That's the thing. That's not even in there. Think about that for a second. I seen a take this morning about that, saying, you never know, you could get Inter Miami invited in there. You know, some big clubs outside of Europe, leaving some spots open so that they can make this a world thing. You know, Perez has come out and said, oh, if they want to take the World Cup away from the players, we'll create our own. Who the fuck do they think they are? Who do they think they are? It's absolutely sickening. Sickening. The heart is being ripped out of the game. Look, we as fans, we don't have ourselves to blame, but, you know, and I'm not saying Sky and BT, but this all started when the Premier League was formed and we gave all these powers to these mega rich owners and they only want to keep it for themselves. Like, people who are in support of this don't understand there'll be no pyramid. There'll be no relegation. You might enjoy it for the first season, you know, but Tell me in 5 seasons' time, 3 seasons' time, playing Barcelona, Real Madrid on the regular will get boring. Will get boring. There'll be no, right, look, there'll be no Leicester winning the league, you know? There'll be no West Ham currently sat in 4th. Wolves breaking into Europe. Burnley breaking into Europe. Leeds, a newly promoted side, coming up and doing bits in the division. There'll be none of that because it'll be the same fucking 15 teams running the league. Running the league. It's Americanized. What happens next? People might... Right, let's say this league's created. They've got all these players. What happens next to transfers? Do they just change between the teams within that league? You know, do they have to create a fucking draft system for new youth players coming through? The likes of Bellingham, the likes of Foden, what happens to them? What if a Bellingham comes from a Birmingham again? What happens then? Because all the clubs are going to be, they're all going to be on an even keel. They're all going to have similar sort of money. You know, they're all, it's not as if, like, look at Haaland in the summer, this bidding war. Some clubs won't be able to entertain that. But if they're in this big division, will they? Possibly. Therefore, it just rips the heart. What about the clubs in the lower league? You know what makes me even sicker is Arsenal Football Club made redundancies. 55 people, including the fucking mascot Gunnosaurus, were made redundant. Knowing that Kroenke, etc., had this in the pipeline. Knowing at some point or other they were going to get a windfall of 3.5 billion. Because this has been years. Years in the making. And they're making people redundant. I don't know how they fucking dare. People putting people on furlough when they have all this money. It's a joke. Why is Tottenham even in there? No disrespect to Tottenham fans. I know it's not you. But why the fuck are they even there? Arsenal. Come on. It's a joke. It makes you sick. Makes you sick. And it literally is all about money, guys. You know, think about the Champions League. Who did Man United play this season in the Champions League? Nobody's bar PSG. In comparison to Manchester United, they will consider it as nobody's. They didn't play Barca. They didn't play Real Madrid. They didn't play, you know, these massive clubs. They didn't play AC Milan. They didn't play Juve. They want to play them teams more regularly. Because they're the ties that bring in the big bucks. Well, guess what? You get to play them on merit by being a good footballing side, doing well in your National League, getting in the Champions League group stage, winning your group stage, getting through to the quarters, the semis and the final. That's how you play them. If you ain't good enough, then you don't fucking deserve to play them on the regular. But think about it from a money perspective. What they're thinking is, we're not getting enough money out of this Champions League because we're shit. So what can we do? Because we've got all these clubs coming up now. There's less, there's more parity now. Everyone's coming on an even keel. So what can we do? I know. Let's create our own league so that Manchester United play Barcelona every single year. 2 of the biggest clubs in the world. Manchester United play Real Madrid, 2 of the biggest clubs in the world, on the regular. Think of the money. Think of the TV rights. Think of the fans outside of their nations. Because people will buy into this. People will buy into this. It wouldn't surprise me if the next thing on the agenda is games in America, games in Saudi Arabia, games in India. And there are massive, massive fans there. I understand it. But you're taking it away from the man, the woman, the average football fan that goes and pays their hard-earned money. But we're just put to the side as legacy fans. Legacy fans. Let that sink in. They're bothered about the new breed of fan. There'll be, and I feel sorry for them. This is what I'm saying. Football should unite. There'll be people at clubs like Manchester United, and we have a rivalry. They'll have been there for years, and they're being told you're a legacy fan. Legacy fan. Let that sink in. Total disregard for us, the people. It's an absolute joke. And it's upsetting. We did a live stream on All Leeds TV last night to 2 a.m. I still couldn't sleep after. People are saying on social media this could have repercussions for people's mental health. And it does go that deep. And the worst thing is for me, they've done it during a pandemic. They have used the pandemic as a way to drive this because clubs are in the shit. They've said, oh, this JP fucking whatever his face is, bigwig American bankers, JP Morgan, willing to bankroll it all. Here's 3.5 billion. They're going to have to pay that back at some point. It's like, we don't just want a slice of the pie in the Champions League. As I was saying earlier, you know, Manchester United, etc., playing shit teams in the Champions League, getting knocked out anyway because they're not good enough. And therefore, they didn't get to get the big money that they'd have won. So they didn't get a big slice of the pie this season because they were knocked out. So guess what? They're going to make the whole fucking pie. You know, I'm eating my breakfast. That is it. They get that. They get that. Not a fucking little bit of it. They get it all. I know that's a crumpet, but you get the analogy. It's sickening. It's sickening, and it needs to stop. I agree with Gary Neville. What a guy that man is. That's a Leeds fan saying this, but we need to unite. What a guy. What a guy that man is. Deduct points. You know, you're talking about players not playing for their country. We need a player to come out and say, well, I'm not having it because I want to... Harry Kane, captain of the England squad, come out and say your bit. They're saying that you can't play for your nations. You can't play in your respective leagues. This is the frustrating thing. On their website, they have come out and said, oh, we'll play these games midweek and we'll still play in our leagues. Who the fuck gives you the right to say that you can do that? Who's saying you can do that? This is why they need to stand firm, and the Premier League needs to say, no, you ain't playing in your league. Fuck off. Get on your bike, because it's going to happen, guys. It's too late. They're leaving the European Commission, you know. They're leaving. Ed Woodward's left. The guy, they're gone. This is what makes me sick, seeing these bastards, sorry for swearing, just leaving. Who do you think you are, legacy fans? Fuck off. Football is about the fans, man. We make owners come and go. Players come and go. Fans are the constant. Leeds United's been passed down through the ages in my family, your family, and then Man United fans, Liverpool fans. My son will be a Leeds fan. My daughter's a Leeds fan. My partner's a Leeds fan. Do you see what I'm saying? It is ingrained. We will always be here. And these bastards want to rip that out and call us legacy fans? Nah. It's an absolute joke. Absolute joke. I'm fuming. Fuming. Look, guys, as more develops, we'll go live on All Leeds TV. I'll react again in another video. Please smash a like on the stream if you agree with everything I've said. Please put your comments in with your thoughts as well. Join us tonight on the All Leeds TV watch along. Watch out for the protests at Ellen Road on All Leeds TV as well. We'll bring that to you. I just wanted to give my own personal thoughts on the Justjoe Football Show. Thank you for watching. And yeah, if you can have a good day, I'm just glued to fucking Sky Sports Twitter, the lot. Absolute leeches. Leeches they are. And something needs to happen. And as I say, we'll react as the thing comes in. But thank you for watching the Justjoe Football Show, and I'll see you in a bit, folks.